it's Lee from coloringqueen.net, and today I am super excited. Today I've got the latest Colouring Heaven magazine, which is the Busy World special, and it features the artwork of Colin Thompson. Now, the art has been arranged both portrait and landscape style, so I'll zoom you in so you can better have a look at this detailed artwork. Colin has only ever released one colouring book into the colouring community, and it's called Colin Thompson's Colouring Book. Most people know it by the German imprint, which is Colin Thompson's Malbuck. I can't pronounce the name, sorry. But it's the same images, roughly, from what I can tell, are in this magazine as are in his colouring book, but the colouring book obviously has more illustrations than this one. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of grayscale and shading and detail. You could look at these for hours and still probably find more things. It is just absolutely beautiful in detail and in imagination as well. I love all the different things that are in these pictures. They're just beautiful. Now, Colouring Heaven is a subscription service, or you can actually buy the magazines one-off. Some issues do sell out very quickly, so you have to get in quick before it's sold out, because it's very rare that Colouring Heaven will reprint an issue. Now, they're roughly A4 sized, the magazines, with always a colourable cover with a gold foiling on it. It always contains 40 illustrations. And the paper is light to medium quality. You will want to pop in a few sheets of paper in between if you're using markers, or if you press hard with your pencils and you don't want to indent on the other side. So the interesting thing about Colin is that he was born in London, but he actually lives in Australia and has done for many years. So I think as an Australian, we should really claim him as our own. That's the Australian way. And the interesting thing about Colin is that he's colourblind. So that's quite fascinating to me, because he spent 20 odd years working in ceramics, and he never actually, in that time, he wasn't drawing, he wasn't painting, he wasn't doing any artwork other than ceramics, as far as I can tell. And usually ceramics have colour, but he's actually colourblind. And then he took a black and white illustration to some publishers, and can you believe this? They told him, no one draws in black and white anymore. Add some colour to it and we'll think about publishing it. So he did add some colour to it, and then that became one of the first of the children's illustration books that he has published, as well as poetry books. You name it, he's done it. He's had such an interesting life. It's amazing. So he added colour to these, he created stories, he started writing children's books and poetry books and all of the images that go with those things. So he just basically changed his careers. And then, of course, the colouring book for adults phase came along, and he was able to repurpose all of these beautiful coloured illustrations that he had created and black and white drawings into a colouring book for adults. And seeing he's colourblind, it makes it even more fascinating. So it must be super interesting for him to see the way that colourists around the world have embraced his colouring book and their choice of colours. So aren't these images just beautiful? And there's a few in there that aren't as detailed. So you've got the option to do your own background or have a rest from the intricacy for a while. But I just love them. I think they're just stunning. Even as just black and white, I'd be happy to look at them all day. They're just beautiful. Each image is named on the back there as well. And look at this, isn't this just stunning? You've got a Christmas pudding and Christmas tree, cars, and it's just a whole little world, isn't it? A little motorbike, a bunny rabbit. And I've been looking through this since it came, and I've been trying to find which image to colour, and I love them all. I mean, how do you choose? I am just so excited about this magazine. I'm so excited to finally have something from Colin. Like this one, there's not a lot here there's a lot of white space, so you could do a really snazzy background on that if you wanted to. Now these images really, most of them fill the entire page, so wouldn't they look great framed or put up in a nursery or put up in a big adult's nursery? So many different things to colour, so many different scenes and buildings and ocean scenes, land scenes, interiors. It's just beautiful, absolutely stunning. I believe that this was one of the first images that he coloured in. Now I could be wrong on that, but I'm sure I read that somewhere. Isn't it stunning? And our last picture. This beautiful storybook fantasy world with castles and books and trees. Isn't it gorgeous? It reminds me of like the magic faraway tree with books and a castle and just like this lone little person sitting there. It's beautiful. So I thought we might colour one of the pictures in, maybe make a start. I don't know which one though, it's so hard. I mean, they're all just stunning. And look at the way these are just all little segmented, so you could even divide it up, like which ones to colour each day, make it into a kind of advent calendar. I may as well start from the beginning, I think. I'm just going to colour a little bit today and not much. We'll just have a little chat. I thought we'd use my Colleen pencils. Got a little clown and a teddy. Little house, little thatched cottage over there. So cute. Doesn't really matter where we start, does it? So I think we might colour in the teddy bear. Got my very loved Colleen coloured pencils today. And I adore these pencils. I don't know that I've tried them before in a Colouring Heaven magazine, but we'll give them a whirl today. These are from my 72 set, not the 120 set. So I hope everyone is doing well today. Hope you're having a good day wherever you might be in the world. Is that part of his leg? I guess it is. I've basically just started the morning. I try to get in filming in the mornings if I can, before the school up the road rings their school bell and before the parents start dropping off their kids for school. Because unlike some parts of Australia, we in Queensland don't have the same lockdown restrictions that some of our other states are going through at the moment. So I try and get the filming done so that the noise, because we're on a corner, doesn't impact on the audio, or otherwise I have to spend time editing it, and that takes up time that I could be spent doing other things. You know what it's like, there's always something else to do. These colleens are going really well on this paper. I'm really impressed with them. Don't really need to spend much time at all building up the colour. It's so easy when the books have all this shading on it, isn't it? It's just such a stunning magazine. I don't know how Colouring Heaven do it. Every month they come up with another fabulous artist issue. It's just amazing. I'm fascinated how they do it. Now I wonder what that is. Is it like a ghost or an onion in a ghost? I don't suppose it matters. We've got our little thatched cottage. That might be in these browns as well. Yeah, so I've basically just woken up and put the laundry on, because that seems to never end. I don't know about you guys. I always seem to be washing or folding washing. And watered the garden, and what else? And then I thought I would do this before school starts and that annoying bell goes off. I was so excited when I got the email yesterday from the post office to say that I had mail. So I haven't had any mail for a long time now, as the international shipping is just so delayed at the moment. I still haven't got my birthday present I bought myself in April, so it's like 4 months and still haven't got it. You know, I still love it when it comes, but you know, it's getting a bit disheartening. So I was excited to see that I had mail, and the great thing is that now that I've got my car back, I was able to go straight up to the post office and actually retrieve it rather than wait for David to come home so I could go to the post office. So it's really good having my freedom back again, I've got to say. Now, what colour are we going to do that little clown? Plus, I'm also surprised that I can actually remember how to drive, to be honest. It's been that long and that I've driven, but like riding a bike, I guess it all comes back to you. So I'm trying not to be too cocky when I'm on the road that I remember how to drive, because that's when you tend to have accidents, when you're overconfident. So, plus David's kept the car for like 5 years without putting any dings in it, so I don't want to be the one that dings it. I wonder if that's all one outfit. I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We might give him a red hat and a red bow and something different. So, yeah, so I've popped the washing on, and now I still have to work out what we're going to have for dinner. I really have to get back onto doing these menu plans, because otherwise it is far too much thinking for this time of morning. But the good thing is that I can go up the shop and get what I want in my car. Actually, I might go back over this and put white on there, because I shouldn't have made that pom-pom red. Anyway, I'll go back and put some white lines on it. Colouring books are very forgiving, I think. It's actually like when you decorate cakes and you think you make a mistake. Most things can be filled up with icing and decorations. So maybe we'll make these little bows red. So it's beautiful weather here today. It's going to be in the 20s, which is nice and warm without the awful humidity that I hate so much. And for winter, that's a really good temperature. I feel sorry for a lot of the other states in Australia that have got some really cold happening over the last few days. Because actually we haven't got a big heater. We've only got one of those little tiny fan heater things. And I've put it on a couple of times in the morning for about half an hour just to take the ice off the air in the kitchen while I clean up. But I haven't had it on all day or anything. And I've put it on for half an hour or so that Millie is warm, because even though she's fluffy, she feels really cold on her back, but she doesn't like having like blankets or whatever wrapped around her. She's a funny little cat. So she only likes to sit on them and not have them over her in any way. So I've put it on for like half an hour in the morning just to keep her nice and warm. But other than that, we haven't needed the heater at all, which is great because it means that the electricity bill is going to be kept a bit lower than usual. So hopefully with using the aircon in the summer, it'll kind of even out a bit, which is good. And so after I finish all the washing, I'm going to go and look on Skillshare for like a computer course or something to do, just to keep me amused. And I taught myself computer programs and stuff, so I'm sure that there's piles of stuff that I don't know, and I can go and learn that and maybe get faster or better at something. Anyway, we'll see. I like to be kept out of mischief, and I need a bit of a break from doing the things that I've been doing, because I'm getting a little bit bored, which is always a danger. God, this book is so easy to colour. I've been working on this giant. I didn't think it was going to be giant. Oh, I seem to have a Crayola in my Colleen box. Oh well. Oh, what's that? Is that a tree? I guess it is. This is a Crayola, not a Colleen. I just want to see what it does. Oh, it's nice. Oh yes, very nice. Very clever little. So I wonder if that's part of a tree as well. Oh well, it is now. So I've been working on a little project for my blog that I've had on the cards for some years. I've got like these 37 projects that I'm trying to knock off that have been on my list forever and a day. And this one I thought it'd take a couple of days, but you know, it's obviously been more than a month, and it's just so tiring that I need to do something different, because I'm getting a little bit at that stage of I wish I hadn't started this. This is way bigger than what I thought it was going to be, and I could be doing other things. So I need to pace myself and go and do some other things that exercise my brain for a little bit. And then, you know, just do less on the project. I tend to want to do projects all at once, and then I either burn out and abandon them, or I run the risk of losing the enthusiasm for them. This book is This is one of my favourite editions of this magazine. It is fabulous. It's just so easy to colour with all this shading on here already. And my Crayolas and Collins are quite happy on the page, so that's good as well. Because as most people know, I really like my cheapy budget pencils. I'm a cheap date, what can I say? So I seen a little dog on the pet rescue site today. So we've missed out on, I think it's 14 now, but hey, who's counting? And, you know, I'm trying not to be heartbroken by it because I think that, you know, we would make really good adopted parents, but unfortunately there's so many other people that might be better suited for the dog. And that's, you know, what's the most important thing, but I'm still kind of devastated by the fact that we still haven't got one. But anyway, I seen one today and I thought, well, this time I won't fill in the application and make it about the carers and trying to impress them. I'll write to the dog and and see if that improves our chances. I just can't believe that we still haven't got one, you know. But the thing is that they are just like toilet paper in some states. They are so many people wanting a dog, which is fantastic for the rescues. It really is, because the dogs just aren't there for very long, and people are snaffling them up and taking them home and loving them, I hope. So, you know, it's great for the dogs because pre-pandemic they would often be there for months on end waiting for someone to love them. So, I mean, that's what it's all about. But it's like looking for a job at the moment, you know. You're looking all the time, and I don't even get anything to apply for with the jobs, to be honest. I haven't applied for a job for months because there's just nothing that I'm qualified for. But the whole dog thing is like the job thing as well. You're applying and there's just not a lot out there, but I need to keep my mind busy, so that's why I thought I'd do some computer courses and try and learn a few things and read some stuff. I was thinking about getting the I had the Amazon Prime with the Kindle library, etc. I don't have a Kindle, but I've got an iPad that I read Kindle books on. And so I was thinking about I cancelled it, so I was thinking about maybe getting that back. And this has got like little tiny windows and stuff here, but I think I'll just colour those in, add those in later. I'll just colour over them at the moment, and I'll write them in later. Yeah, so I was thinking about re-signing up for that, and because then you can use the Kindle library. What have I done there? I don't like that. I'm going to have to rub that out. I don't like it. I'll let it stay for a minute. We'll see if adding white helps. No, I'm going to have to rub that one out. I'll do that later. I won't waste your time. No, that's got to go. What was I saying? Yes, so with the Kindle library, you can borrow all of these books from the library and then read them. And I think you can use speech, text-to-speech on it, even if you don't have a Kindle. So the book can talk to me, which is nice, keep me company. And then I can read or listen to some of my favourites again. By the way, thank you for everyone that's suggested the TV series for me. It's really helpful. So we've been writing them down and going through and trying to find them on Netflix or the other Foxtel or whatever else we've got. I don't know, Dave is in charge of that. So we've been trying to find them and watch those and see which one is going to get us enthralled and in the season. Because I think what we've been watching as our favourite is Blacklist. But I think that's about to finish or virtually finished. I wonder what this is there. Geez, Colin's artwork really makes you wonder, like, you're looking at stuff and it's like, is that little eyes peeping out? Is that part of the shelf or is it part of something else? Is it part of the clown? I'm going to go with it's part of, I don't know, is that stairs? We'll say it is. Yeah, so, and Blacklist comes to an end for us on Netflix soon. I think it's due for the last episode, so it's going to be sad to see that go because we've enjoyed that series. Plus it's a nice mix of sort of crime and gore. Satisfies my bloodthirsty little leanings that I have. I always miss my Colleen pencils when I don't use them for a while because they're so nice and creamy and soft. It's lovely. I love my Prismacolors, but sometimes they can be too soft. The ones that I've been enjoying playing with lately is actually my Prismacolor Scholars, the cheaper version, the student version. So they're a little bit harder than the Premieres. Now I'm not sure what I want to do with Mr. Clown. I don't like that blue book, it's got to go. Now usually these cottages are white. So we'll do the little door and see how that goes. And then I might have to go and reclaim the washing that I put in the laundry. This book is just wonderful. Look at all the options that you have with these things. It's so cute. I just love this book. It might be one that you pick out something every day to do if you've just got a little bit of time. Maybe ignore my awful blue book. We're getting rid of that. It's just so beautiful. So excited when they seen that Colin was going to be their artist. Yeah, I think this lighter cream is actually better. These little thatched cottages are so adorable, aren't they? They're like chocolate box cottages. I wonder what colour picket fence will give it. Usually they're white. I think we'll go with a black picket fence maybe. Better do these chimney pots as well before I forget. Yes, I hope everyone is enjoying themselves. What are you doing today if you're at home? Are you crafting or colouring or cooking, cleaning, doing laundry like me? Let me know in the comments what you're up to and tell me what you think of Colin's book. Now, I know it might be far too detailed for some people, but I tell you, it is so relaxing. Seriously. Seriously relaxing. I have a few times in this video forgotten that you're here because I've been just thinking about these little tiny images and what I could do or what I should have done or whatnot. It's just adorable, this book. Plus, I'm really enjoying playing with my Colleen pencils again. So I can hear the traffic outside, that school is starting soon here. And I really don't want you guys to get blasted with that school bell. So I might just finish this bit. And then I'll talk to you later on in the week. Maybe I'll even have this giant project finished by then, because that would be good. Just going to add a little bit of black around here. And I do want to colour a picture from Apples or Apples. New colouring book. I was so excited to get that. So, I mean, I guess I might not have had much mail in the last, 4 months or whatever, but at least I've got this magazine and I've got Apol's new colouring book. I did get some lovely cards in the mail and letters from people that watch this channel, so that was nice. So at least the mail that I've got has all been loved and appreciated. I guess that's the way to look at it. Alrighty, I think I'll leave it here. We might come back to this one on another video and see how it goes. So gorgeous. This would be a good one to do after dinner. Anyway, there we go. We've made a start. Don't worry about that blue book. It's going. So that's it from me. Until next time, stay safe and happy colouring.